is going on, everybody? Ryan M Entertainment back. UFC 216 main event. Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee. Let's get it started. Fight is about to start. Interim lightweight championship on the line, and here we go. Round 1 of 5. Of a possible 5. The number 2 ranked Tony Ferguson versus the number 7 ranked Kevin Lee. Tony Ferguson's last fight came over a year ago when he defeated RDA, Rafael dos Anjos, who has moved up to welterweight. Ooh, nice kick to the head by Kevin Lee already. Kevin Lee's last victory was a controversial one against Michael Chiesa, but nonetheless it was a victory. And here we are now. Kevin Lee, a strong underdog, but we've seen underdogs overcome the odds before, so you never really know. Kevin Lee does land a nice strike there. This is going to be such an interesting fight to watch. Oh, Kevin Lee looks like he slipped up a little bit there, but I do think he landed. Are we going to see some ring rust early on from Tony Ferguson, as he has not been in for over a year? He was scheduled, obviously, to fight Khabib. Didn't work out that way. Whoever wins this, you got to think is next in line for Conor McGregor. Obviously, they will be holding the interim belt. Conor will be holding the actual lightweight championship. Although, it could not work out that way, as we are seeing with the middleweight division and Michael Bisping in GSP while Robert Whittaker is injured. So, got 3:30 into this one. Both men still looking to get their, find their ground as the striking match continues. Don't expect this one. Oh! Tony Ferguson got knocked down. Nice strike there by Kevin Lee. Oh, and then Kevin Lee gets rocked! They're jaw-jacking a little bit now. Already an exciting 2 minutes of action as both men look like they get rocked with at least one shot. This is supposed to be the feeling out process, but neither of these guys got that memo. Lee misses with a strike. A nice leg kick there by Tony Ferguson. Goes for a kick to the midsection. Doesn't land it. Both men go for a kick. Looks like Tony's did land. Lee foot circling on the outside as Ferguson stays kind of his ground in the middle. Kevin Lee throws Tony Ferguson down, but Tony might reverse this and get dominant position. It looks like Tony... Oh, no. Wait. Ferguson going for a submission. Lee is trapped. Ferguson doing everything in his power to keep Lee in this position, this triangle-like position. He's got his arm trapped. So if he can twist it... Oh, wait. Lee does escape his head, and now Lee is looking to get fully out of it, but Ferguson does still have that one arm completely trapped in between his legs. But what a nice takedown by Kevin Lee. Now Ferguson landing a nice elbow from his back. Kevin Lee tossing a couple of shots. Ferguson doing a lot of leg work here, and now we're looking at a north-south position. Kevin Lee looking to work. Now he's got side control. Kevin Lee looks fantastic thus far within the first round. But 40 more seconds and Ferguson does survive. But you'll have to concede this is probably Kevin Lee's round unless something happens quickly. Now full mount, Tony looking to give up that back. I would not suggest that as a good idea. But now he's eating shots. Ferguson trying. Kevin Lee is raining down elbows and haymakers on Tony Ferguson. He's got to survive 20 seconds. Will he do it? Kevin Lee is a strong body guy. Kevin Lee swinging for the fences. Tony Ferguson doing anything in his power, really, to avoid taking any more of these shots. Ferguson does scramble out of it, and it looks like that is the end of her. Oh, and Kevin Lee with a well-late shot. Kevin Lee should definitely be... I don't know if that's a warning. I think that was a clear after the bell attempt at a strike. He knew the bell had already rung clearly. That's not even... I don't even know if you issue a warning for something so clear like that, but I don't know. I want to hear what they say about that. That was not even clear. That was clear that the ref came in and then Lee went to throw another shot. Like the ref was on him, and he still tried to throw another shot. That was well after it.
There's a Ferguson leg kick, and you see Kevin get hurt there, and there's a good punch by Kevin. Tony goes down, and here's the takedown.
I don't know.
Kevin wound up on top.
Very entertaining first round.
Here's the bad time for Tony. Kevin Lee on top, full mount, dropping.
I mean, you're hearing Joe Rogan talk about it right now because I just want to hear if they said anything. I want to hear what they say about the pull off.
Now here's the end. The scramble. The end of the
There the bell rings, and there was the last shot. All right, it is back on now. Obviously, a lot of bad blood between these two guys. Tony Ferguson might be looking to get a little bit of a measure of revenge for that late strike, but he's got to be careful. Kevin Lee is very strong. Tony Ferguson's got such a unique fighting style, though. Ooh, it looks like he landed a head kick, but Ferguson looks to have landed a jab at... Ferguson looks to have landed a head kick, and Lee looked to have landed a jab at, like, simultaneously. Both of these guys, they gotta know how dangerous one another is. Nice kick to the midsection there by Tony Ferguson. Oh, and back and forth exchange with some punches. Kevin Lee definitely landed a nice one there. Ferguson retorts the favor. Good kick to the back of the thigh by Kevin Lee. Back and forth we go. Significant strikes, 20 for Ferguson, 27 for Kevin Lee, after about a round and a minute. Who's going to come out of this one on top? Lee looks really good. Either way, we're going to get a treat. Ooh, Tony Ferguson lands a nice jab straight to the jaw of Kevin Lee. Good scramble there by Tony Ferguson to avoid a takedown attempt. Kevin Lee went for a midsection kick. Tony Ferguson lands a leg kick. Three minutes left to go in round number 2. I mean, either way, we're going to have some entertaining press conferences if one of these guys does eventually get the shot at Conor McGregor. Which hopefully they will, because, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this belt in the first place. These interim belts. Ferguson just spins around real quick. Both guys look like they're having a little bit of fun with each other in there. About 2:15 left to go. Tony Ferguson with a nice jab. Oh, a nice little combination there by Ferguson. Lands at least 2 good head punches. Kevin Lee now on the outside, Ferguson on the inside. Now Lee works his way back to the middle of the monster logo. Not as much action in this second round. Just a lot of good back and forth, I'd say. Now Kevin Lee talking a little bit of trash. Nice leg kick there by Tony. Oh, Lee went high with a kick. I'm not sure how well it landed, but he went high with it. Nice strike to the front of the face of Kevin Lee there. Lee's face might be a little busted open. It looked like he did have some blood. Round 2, significant strikes. Tony Ferguson with 24. Kevin Lee with 16. 51 seconds left. Kevin Lee has to dodge some of those midsection kicks because he has let a lot of them land so far. 40 seconds. You gotta wonder if... Oh, Kevin Lee capitalized on a Ferguson mistake, perhaps. A swing and a miss, but no. Tony Ferguson does not let Kevin Lee wrestle him down. You gotta wonder, as if this fight drags on, will Kevin Lee gas out? Leg kick, and Tony lands a nice one. Kevin Lee looks a little hurt there. Especially in the face. He's got a lot of blood coming out from around the nose area. And Tony Ferguson's got to be a lot more confident after that nice round number 2, where you got to think he took that one. It was close, but it seems like, at least to me, I'd say Tony Ferguson takes round 2. Kevin Lee takes round 1 so far, so can just pretty much run this back for 3 more rounds. Ferguson already standing up. And Ferguson looks to be yelling over at Kevin Lee. Funnily enough, Tony Ferguson stands up about halfway through the sit-down period and just yells over at Kevin Lee's side while Kevin Lee just sits there in his chair getting his nose fixed up. And now they share a nod. Ferguson telling Lee it's his night. Lee looks focused, but his face is a bit busted up. It's around his lips and his nose area. Ferguson now looks to be getting into a little bit more of a groove. Like I said, he was going to have to work out some of that ring rust. It's been over a year since he's been in an actual fight. Ferguson in a little bit of trouble. Kevin Lee! He's got him fully up and fully down. What a slam. My God, Kevin Lee on top of Tony Ferguson right now. This is the opposite of what Tony Ferguson needed. Two out of 4 takedowns for Kevin Lee thus far in the fight. That one was vicious. Take my word for it. 4 minutes left. Kevin Lee in full guard, pressed. He's got Tony pressed up against the cage, trying to throw some strikes. Nothing significant thus far. Tony's got his feet on Kevin's hips. Tony is allowing Kevin to get low. He pushes him off. And we're back to the feet now. A minute into the round and we are back on the feet. About a minute and a half. Tony misses an uppercut, but a good sprawl. Or scramble. I'm not sure on how big of a difference there is, so I'm just going to say scramble. Make sure to correct myself. Tony lands a nice one. You gotta wonder how much this is taking out of Lee. You gotta wonder how much cardio he's got. This is already round 3. I'm not even quite sure if Kevin Lee has ever been in a championship fight or not. Or at least a champion in at least rounds 4 and 5, basically. I'm not sure if he has or not. Tony Ferguson has been advancing 42% of the time, while Kevin Lee has been advancing 18% of the time. About 2:45 left. Kevin Lee misses a head kick. Tony Lee. Tony Ferguson responds by missing one of his own. Kevin trying to capitalize on a missed strike, and he gets it. Tony is being very careless and throwing some wild strikes, and he's gotten taken down for it this time. But now, Tony might have an armbar. Oh, he's ripping. But Kevin doing a nice job of escaping danger for now. Wow. Kevin Lee did a great job there. Tony does hit a nice elbow from his back. Kevin Lee looked to be in a lot of trouble, but he did a good job of escaping. Kevin Lee, if you didn't know about him before, you're definitely impressed by what you're seeing tonight. Some elbows to the top of the head. Tony Ferguson is doing a lot more damage on his back than Kevin Lee is doing in the dominant position. I don't even know if Kevin Lee's landed a strike yet thus far, whereas Tony Ferguson has been blasting the top of Kevin Lee's head with elbows. Some sharp ones. Now, Ferguson is dangerous off of his back, as he is putting in another submission attempt here. Total strikes in round number 3, 19-8 in favor of Tony Ferguson thus far. And he's got one arm and the head of Kevin Lee trapped. Off of his back, Tony Ferguson just looks as great as he does. Oh, and he's out! Tony Ferguson, what a win! And Tony Ferguson embraces Kevin Lee, who has nothing. I don't know if that was a tap out or a pass out because I was watching only one arm. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but no matter what, Tony Ferguson caught Kevin Lee from off of his back and got in a triangle and put him out. Tony Ferguson is coming for Conor McGregor. I'm not even sure how many wins in a row this is now. But Tony Ferguson, you could just see the elation of all the hard work that leads to the interim title now. And you know now, there's no more avoiding. There's no more different fights. Kevin Lee has nothing to be ashamed of. He performed fantastic in this fight. He could not have fought much better than that. What are you going to do? Not take the takedown when you get it? If anything, I think Kevin Lee should move up in the rankings after such a performance. He was winning the fight, pretty much. It's just Tony, so good off of his back, so dangerous. But now you gotta wonder, Ferguson versus McGregor? But seriously though, Kevin Lee has nothing to hold his head down about. You can tell he is upset, but seriously great performance. That is one of the best. And Kevin Lee is only 25. He's got plenty of time. Okay, Kevin Lee did end up tapping out to the triangle. You could see the elation on Tony's face. Whew. What a fight. That was a great 3 rounds. Kevin Lee, a lot of disappointment, but I don't even know what you do in that situation. You can't not take the takedown. He took him down. He did what he was supposed to. He just got caught. You could see on the face of Kevin Lee, show of respect there by two guys who damn well better earned each other's respect after that fight. So that is going to do it for this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please absolutely wreck that like and subscribe button. Congratulations to Tony Ferguson. Nothing to be ashamed of for Kevin Lee. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.